Number 38. For the next 10 questions, round your answers to the nearest hundredths. And they give us some relevant formulas here. So we need to pay very close attention to these formulae. Number 205. Calculate the area of a rectangular scaffold platform that is 4 meters by 3 meters. Now, I learned a long time ago to draw these, and here's one of the many reasons why I do. You always want to be sure that these units match, that you are actually comparing apples to apples, oranges to oranges. Because if you're not, you have to fix that before you can go any further. So this is a rectangle. If I look up there, area of a rectangle or square is length times width. So the formula tells me exactly what to do. The area will be 12, those are multiplied, square meters, or I prefer to write it the way they did. What you cannot do is say A. A is not the same as square meters. A is linear meters. If you were going around the outside, it would be linear. But we are covering, let's see if I can show you. This is a fairly easy one to draw. Pretend those are even. After I said it's easy to draw, it's not too bad. But pretend those are squares, and it takes 12 of them to cover that area. Calculate the area of a rectangular scaffold platform. So you've got to get your shape. That is 10 meters by 6 4/10 meters. Again, you always check your units first. They have to match. And then we're doing length times width again. So we've got 10 by 6.4. And that 0 is going to move that decimal a place to be 64 square meters. Calculate the area of a rectangle. That is 33.7 meters. That's the longer side. 29.1 meters. Always check the unit. And I'm going to need a calculator on this one. The longer side is 33.7. The wider is 29.1. It doesn't matter if you get those flip-flopped because you're building up. 33.7 times 29.1 is 980.67 square meters. The area of a 3-foot square piece of sheet metal is blank. So let's look at this thing. That's not it. Let's try it again. And we know it's a square, so we know that all of the sides are congruent. They're all equal. They're 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. And area is going to be length times width. So we're looking at 3 times 3, or 3 squared. You could also write it that way. And that's going to be 9 square feet. So I like C for that one. The area of a 9 4/10 foot square is blank. So we have 9.4 feet. If it's square, it's identical all around. So length times width would be 9.4 times 9.4. Another way to write that is 9.4 squared. And I am going to use my calculator on this one because I'm lazy. 88.36 square feet is your answer. 210. The area of a circle with a 6-foot diameter is blank. So this is 6 feet. If diameter is 6 feet, radius would be 3 feet, half of that. And the area of a circle is pi r squared. So we have area is pi times 3 squared, or pi times 9, or 3.14 times 9. You could also use the fraction 22/7. But this comes out to be 28.26 square feet. The area of a circle with a 28.6 diameter, 28.6 feet, not foot. There's more than one of them, feet. So the radius would be half that. If diameter is 28.6, radius is going to be 28.6 divided by 2. And area is pi r squared. That never changes. So pi times 14.3 to the second power, or pi times, that's 204.49. It's really important for you to show your work. So if you're making mistakes, your teachers can see where you're making the mistakes. If you just put an answer down, it's hard to know where you're going wrong if you miss the question. And we're supposed to round to the nearest hundredth. Yes. So, okay. So it's going to be 642.10, which would be A, because that extraneous 0 gets dropped. And that is square feet. Find the area of a triangle with a base of 4 and a height of 5. Now, there can be lots of different types of triangles. We've seen that. But I'm going to use this one because I want to show you that the height of a triangle is never slanted. If I go to the doctor and they measure my height, they don't want me to lean over. They want me to stand up straight. So the height of a triangle is always the height from the base to the vertex. This is the vertex. It's a perpendicular 90-degree distance. The formula for a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. So 1/2 of 4 times 5, or 1/2 of 20 is 10 square meters. You can also turn that half into 0.5 and multiply it. That'll work just fine. The area of a triangle-shaped piece of wood with a base of 12 inches and a height of 2.1 is blank. Okay, so could be any kind of triangle potentially, but I'm gonna just do this one because that's what we've looked at. You want to check your units always. Be sure they match. And I should have done that up here as well. They do match. I do it automatically, but I should be showing you to do it too. So area is a half of the base times the height. So a half of 12 times 2.1. So a half of 12 times 2.1 is 25.2. And since I can't easily do that in my head, I'm just going to multiply by 0.5. And that is 12.6 square inches. It's hard to go wrong if you write your formula and follow it. The area of a triangle with a base of 1,033 miles and a height of 1,034 miles is blank. So 1,033 and 1,034. Check units. They're the same, so you're good to go. They will not always be the same, so be careful. A half of 1033 times 1034. And I'm just going to go ahead and make my half be 0.5 since I'm using the calculator anyway. And I end up with 534,061 square miles. And I like answer D for that one. Formulas are a recipe for success.